I forgot to get music. What's gonna play? Down tempo. What's that? Oh, I just clicked something. It's just like, this is if we were leaving the stream.
This music, you know what this music is? This is like video game music,
Okay.
but like this is like you're playing some noir type game,
Yeah,
and
for
like
sure.
you're not fighting a boss. You're not, but you're like kind of like searching the streets
Yeah.
for
If I were
you
to put
know.
this into a cinematic thing, this is like nighttime city, like LA.
Yeah.
There's like a lot of overhead shots of the vehicle moving, and
Right.
then
It's a
you
little
get a
like
lot of
Drive.
like camera mounted to the vehicle thing. You get the guy driving,
Right.
no dialogue.
Right.
Yeah, Ryan Gosling for sure.
Good cat. Now I want to watch that movie.
Let's watch that movie. All right, folks, I'm going to open up Plex. We're going to watch Drive. Forget about Spider-Man and action figures. Yucky.
Yeah, let's not talk about action figures because we've talked enough about action figures.
Yeah, I feel like that's all we talk about.
Yeah, that's all we talk about, man.
Well, good morning, everyone. We've got 29 people. Look at us. Nobody cares about us. Just kidding. It just jumped to 69. All right. So basically, we should go live and then 69. Nice.
Oh yeah.
So we got a few folks here. So we got Runus hanging out. He called us Genitalia. Morning,
Morning, Genitalia man. Men.
I like
I'd
that.
to know how many super musts did you get? I saw your video with Ace, and you said you wanted to make them into a large shelf. Thinking about ordering a second, or I have not gotten any yet, not one, but my goal, John, it's a crazy goal, is I want to make like a shelf of super musks.
Mm-hmm.
I want to make like, I don't know, 4. That's what I want. I think 4 is my number. I want to have one kind of like shelf, and then I want to have 4 just that stack up, and that'll be my shelf. Like, like instead of just
call it the
buying
musket.
like a shelf, I'll just create a super musk shelf.
Yeah,
and
can't shelf it, musket.
Yeah, exactly. If you can,
fine. It's very financially smart too. $300. You just do that over and over and over again. Is way cheaper than buying shelving.
I'm a toy collector. I'm by definition not smart.
Right. Yeah, we don't know how to spend money.
Yeah.
I see sometimes people will buy a thing that might help organize their life, but they see the thing at the place that they saw it, and then they buy a shit ton of them, and you're like, oh my God, that's like 5 times the amount of elsewhere.
Right, yeah.
But that's how we work, right? Impulse buying. That's why we do it online now. It's a little easier to think about it and then go, nah.
Are you an impulse buyer type of guy?
I can be, for sure. Yeah.
Like, especially you're at the supermarket and you see like you see something in the aisle, you're like that kind of guy that or is it just with toys?
I mean, if you're thinking about supermarket, I think everybody's like that with a supermarket, right? It's like I didn't go to the store to buy salt and vinegar potato chips, but here I am. Finish the bag.
You have salt and vinegar potato chips in your aisle waiting for the cashier?
What?
You just said salt and vinegar potato chips is an impulse buy.
Yes, but you said it's in the aisle waiting for the cashier.
Yeah, like you're waiting.
How does that mean?
When I think of impulse buy, I think of like when you're waiting to pay, and the stuff that's like right next to the cashier.
No.
Then that's not it's not an impulse buy if you just buy it in the aisles. I'm talking the impulse buy to me is the shit that you see when you're waiting in line.
That's
because
kind of all of it though. Like if I didn't walk down the potato chip aisle and see those, I wouldn't have bought them. But if I am not standing at the checkout, I wouldn't buy that stuff either. Like it's the same thing. It's just in a different spot of the store. Your logic still applies. It's just everywhere. Anyway, this conversation blows.
No.
You know what doesn't blow? Super Mario Brothers 3, always in the chat. Love it. Thank you so much for being here. Nestor says the Near and Jonathan show is about to start. You know, I think about this kind of stuff when there are two hosts of a show, and you just have to do what's the thing, the linguistics of it, that the flow of it has to be the Near and Jonathan show. It couldn't be the Jonathan and Near show. Like
No,
that doesn't.
I think the second one is yeah, it doesn't have the same ring.
Yeah. Quick question to this video. Yes. Oh, resolution to this video. Yes. Yes, that is way too much. Okay, so there we go. We wrapped it up. Now we can get into the stuff we like, which is making up stuff.
I guess we can go. By the way, I hardly slept, and I am in a fucking mood. So, you know, just expect.
He said that to me before we started, and I told him that's what the people want. So
yeah.
Sound off in the chat if you prefer Near when he's agitated and irritated.
Yeah, because like I know that I'm agitated because like I'm reading comments, and the comments are it's like
it's pissing you off already.
Video game like Warcraft, and it's like add 20% to agility, add 20% to strength. It's like add 20% anger to everything today because I am functioning on no sleep. It's Valentine's Day, so I got to be like Mr. Valentine's great husband when everybody wakes up. But it's like 4 hours of sleep, toddler sleep. But continue reading the fucking chat.
Well, there's a music in our studio here called Valentine's, so maybe this will help get you in the proper mindset. I'm going to play this while I read some of the chat. Focus says, "Morning, guys. P&P Custom Figures, the real question we should be asking here is what the fuck even is that face sculpt?" Does this help? Is this helping you?
Yeah, no, it's doing something. Please continue.
Okay, doing something we can't see on screen. Yes, it's too much, says Faded One. Good day, all. So we got a lot of people. I can't keep up. Elio, Devin Decker, Christian Lazo, SMC Charlie, Toy Quander. That's nice. That's a good play. Unless you're not Hispanic, and then it's racist. Tiny Howlett, Devin. We got to rely on Devin a lot more, by the way.
Devin always has like answers that we don't have.
God, he's just so good. Anyway, I'm way behind on chat, so I apologize, but good morning, folks, is what we're trying to say, and we appreciate you being here because you could be somewhere else, like paying attention at work.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody needs to do that.
Yeah. Although, let's not say good morning to Michael Miller. I don't like his comment. Do you find yourself a supermarket in aisle and you buy something? Yes, that's literally why I'm there. Oh my God, it's so funny. Because Michael, I go to the supermarket. I don't go to the buy stuff. I just go there and look around like I'm in the supermarket. I just wanted air condition.
Yeah, that's
what I mean.
This is why you can't go grocery shopping without your wife. Because
yes, exactly.
That's you running around. You're like,
exactly. Yeah. My hat is backwards in my avatar. That's me. That's my. Oh my God! I hate you, Michael. Right now, I hate you, and and it's not even that bad a comment, but I'm in such a mood that I fucking hate this guy.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
God. Yeah, that's healthy.
Oh.
That's healthy.
So much in me.
And the good thing is that you're aware. And usually people aren't aware and they're in that mood. But I would say that when people are aware, they can kind of back up, control a little bit, apologize, and try to rethink things. But you're so aware that you've doubled down.
I know.
Here, this is why my tomatoes never seem ready to be purchased.
I don't know what that means, John. I don't know what that fucking means.
What, the comment?
Yeah. You know what? I actually love Michael. I don't know why I'm... Sorry, Michael. John, what are we talking about? $50 Spider-Man?
Fuck the Spider-Man. All right, look. Well, we'll start things off by saying you buy whatever the hell you want. I mean, I bought a $200 unofficial Aliens Ripley figure, and then all the Aliens fans came in like,
you said you were a fan, but you called those shotgun bullets. You didn't even know what the gun was called.
That's a great impression.
That's yeah. When those people show up.
You said you were a fan, but
That's how I read their voices.
Yeah, I'm gonna say because I got a few comments yesterday because I just was talking about some of this, just like dipping my. First of all, yesterday's video that I did, shitheads that made the comments that you know that I'm talking about. It wasn't even that controversial. It wasn't even like a fucking hot take. It wasn't. I didn't even suggest that this is not going to sell or this and that. I said I'm even kind of interested in, I didn't buy it, but at least like holding it and seeing what's going on about it. But like there's so many like Hasbro, like, or big companies. It's not even just Hasbro, but there's so many like big company like loyalists
Yeah.
that are on such a hair trigger
Yeah.
that if you they're like they'll look for anything that could seem like it's critical, and
Yeah.
then they'll be like, no, that's not it. That's not the, like, oh, it's sold out. It's like
Yeah.
if you are somebody that is so loyal to a big company that you have to seek out criticism of it and lose your mind on comments and write a comment like you're like, I'm gonna write with my hands, then something has gone wrong. Okay. John, is there any company that you can think of that, like, I can't think of one company that, like, if somebody was criticizing them on another channel, I would like jump into I'm talking about big company. I'm not talking about like small boutique companies that might need the business. It's like, who cares? Like we're just talking. It's like
Right.
the
Yeah.
emotional overreaction of like simple criticisms is, and it goes into movies, and it goes into
Oh, dude. Yeah. I
media.
mean, this is happening right now with 5K Toys overcharging on shipping for the Broly figure, which we don't need to get into because that's a whole topic we could talk about in
I
another
would
episode.
love at some point to get into that 5K topic, but
Yes.
we
I
don't
want
have
to talk
to get
about
into it
that.
now.
There was a guy on Instagram. It's like, if you can't afford it, then don't buy it. And it's like that mindset. We've talked about this, I think a year ago or something. There were similar people that would say this, like about the NECA sewer layer. And it's like, that's not the fucking point. People can afford it because they're spending more than that on stupid shit all the time. It's the value of the thing. So
Yes.
this guy's like, if you can't afford to pay 5K's wild shipping fees on this one-time only scenario, then don't buy it. It's like, no, we have a long history of only spending $12 to $15 on shipping for large items, and now it's $28, $60 to get these things out of nowhere because they promised they wouldn't raise the price of the figure after you pre-ordered it. Well, right. They just raised the shipping price to make up that difference. So having the mindset of, if you can't afford it, don't buy it. Or the other person that's like, this is fine because they go for double this in the aftermarket or whatever, or on other stores. And it's like, well, that's not the point. We didn't buy from other stores. We bought with this price in front of us. We had an expectation. People budget this stuff out. And suddenly now that like you're locked into this pre-order, to get it, you have to pay more than we've ever charged. It's like, that's the problem. It's
There's nobody that's buying high-end toys like that Broly or like, if you're shopping in 5K toys in general, you're not on a budget, okay? So most likely you can afford the thing.
right.
It's like, but you don't want to. It's like that's such dumb fucking logic, and it's dishonest. You know that people are not upset, and it's not because they can't afford it. All right?
Right.
It's like trying to, it's like scarecrow or it's not scare, straw man tactics. It's like make it about that instead of like what the real thing is. You are flipping your toys by adding the cost into the shipping.
Yes. And it's the whole like, I can't afford it doesn't mean I should like pay for it, because it's all about like, why are we in this scenario? And if this person is going, if you can't afford it, don't buy it, and he's buying it, then I imagine he's really bad with his money. Because he's looking at like, I can afford to buy this double priced vehicle during the pandemic, so I'm going to. It's like, well, that doesn't mean you should.
Right.
Hyundai dealerships had that like large SUV, whatever it was, and it was like going for at least double its retail price. And they wouldn't even let people test drive them unless they could afford to buy it or whatever. But it's like the idiot that is buying that because he can afford it, you just threw away half of your money. Like that's so stupid. That's the same mindset. This is the idiot that's saying that I can afford to buy this. Like, wait, but you shouldn't.
Yeah.
Because then they're just gonna fuck you next time. It's gonna be 3 times the amount. Like, why? Like it is like this Spider-Man. It is one of those things that is, you kind of have to speak with your wallet. I mean, be vocal if you disagree with something like this. I will say, be smart and be fair and kind about it, because Hasbro's a corporation, but the people that are doing the Hasbro Pulse cons and all that stuff, those are just real people like all of us that have a job. They didn't design this. They didn't price this thing. They didn't put it into the market the way they did. They just have a job. So don't attack these people on social media. You can go after Hasbro as a company. Whoever the marketing portion of Hasbro is, that's who we have to kind of rip apart here, I think.
Is that a thing where people like attack what are you're talking about, like the artists that make this, or the, what's his name, like Dan is it Dan, or who there's like,
so Dan Yoon's one of the guys that
Dan
just
Yoon,
he just works for Marvel. He's just basically a host and social media guy for talking about all this stuff. He's kind of like your hype man for the brand and your awareness feller. But
oh, John, we just got shut down. I saw that everywhere. They did speak with their wallets, right? Yes, because we said it wasn't going to sell out.
Also you can pre-order it right now, as we can see on the screen.
Yeah, first of all, you can pre-order right now.
So
Second, look, I can. This is one of these guys. He's just hot. He's just hot out the gate.
Oh yeah.
No one said it wasn't going to fucking sell out. Nobody said it. It obviously it has a place in the market. Look, everybody is talking about this figure. The point is not that is this going to sell out. And by the way, it did not sell out because you can get it on BBTS. That was never the fucking point. It's first of all, the discussion of,
plus that's a tactic. That's purely a tactic.
Yeah, that's like yes, exactly. It's a fucking tactic. It's on BBTS. BBTS, they buy hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of these things. Max, this figure has been so talked about that there's no way that this is not going to do numbers. I think the question is this maximum series, does it have like longevity? And in the long run, are people going to support, like, can Marvel Legends sustain a $50 line? Okay. Like because when I think of Marvel Legends, I don't think of like, I'm going to spend $50. Okay. Now this is Spider-Man. This is a very popular character. This is a Todd McFarlane-esque incarnation. Someone tried to correct me and say, no, it's actually Eric Larson. No, it's not Eric Larson. I know who fucking Eric. He was like introducing me to Eric Larson. He's like, Eric Larson is an art. Yeah, I know who he is. I grew up in the fucking 90s. This is obviously a Todd McFarlane-inspired Spider-Man. And to me, like, and to everybody, John, you actually made a good point in the chat I did. You're like, this is a Marvel Legend, but it doesn't have enough stuff that justifies the extra $25. Now, I don't want to go that far in terms of like, I want to see what the articulation is like, because it looks pretty good. And I even admitted that I do want to see this in hand before making any judgments. I know that's crazy to want to see a figure in hand before like leaping off a fucking building, but that is part of my take on this.
Yes. So I will reiterate that if you want to buy this thing, then fucking buy it. No one gives a shit.
Yeah, who cares?
And no one if anybody talks shit to you for buying it, well, fuck them. Get them out of your life. Buy whatever you want. We spend stupid amounts of money on the stupidest shit all the fucking time. It doesn't make sense. We buy things that aren't made. I mean, I spent more than I should have buying the NECA Aliens Queen, the Power Loader, and the Ripley Newt combo.
Right.
Because I came into the game late, love that franchise, that movie specifically, and I wanted to get that stuff, so I overpaid for it. But that's stuff that brought me joy. If you want to overpay for new stuff, that's on you. The value to you is that you're not overpaying, and that's great. So you're getting something that you want. Right now, I'm noticing that I don't like this. It's a minor gripe, but it's just the cut for the articulation. So I've never really been a fan of these types of joints from Marvel Legends because they're just so blatantly cut, and it gets weird.
By the way, I like this figure.
It's, as far as a Marvel Legends Spider-Man, this is going to be their best Spider-Man. I'm sure it has new articulation, new sculpting, and everything. But as we know, the sculpting will be reused all over the place to be put on other characters. Like you mentioned in your video, Daredevil, he'll probably get like the legs, there's so much of this from Marvel Legends. This is one of the things that bothers me, is that everything that can be cut to be put into another figure will be cut so that it can be put into another figure. And sometimes the cuts really ruin the sculpt. But over here, they're taking advantage of that and giving you swap out arms, whatever. All of this stuff swivels, which doesn't look great in a pose. But my personal issue with Marvel Legends, on this figure being $50, it's not the accessories, the amount of accessories. It's the fact that it still has this and maybe they felt they had to, because it has to fit in with all the other Marvel Legends, that it still has this very shiny body. And I've never liked that. And nobody likes this face, by the way. Also, I think we talked about this before.
I hate the Peter Parker head.
Yeah. And I think we talked about this before, that the pants or the legs here look like old safari pants.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, the old the safari pants. Yeah.
It's really awkward. But if this is something you're into and you want this guy, then heck yeah, go for it. Now, as far as them and marketing and doing the pre-order, and then you're pre-ordering a figure that is one of their top sellers, bread and butter figure, if you would, a Spider-Man character. They know that they're going to sell a bunch of them, even with people being upset about it. But if you have people that are like, oh, I don't know, $50 or whatever, and then suddenly it's sold out. Now you're scrambling to get it elsewhere, which luckily it's available everywhere. I'm sure it will. I mean, I can't say that it will end up in Targets and stuff, but it's on Nerdzoic, Big Bag Toys, Entertainment Earth. Like, all of these sites are going to have this figure available. So if it's sold out here and it's back, I'm going to refresh this. I just opened it up this morning. Okay, so it's sold out again. So they did it again. It's bullshit. They didn't sell out of a figure that they're going to have thousands of.
I think everybody that's going to want this figure for $50 is going to be able to get this figure.
Absolutely. So don't overpay for it. The last thing you should do for stuff like this is jump on eBay and try to get somebody that is doing like a guaranteed purchase item.
Yeah, I will say that the shininess is definitely something. I do like the Mafex aesthetic more. I still like the Mafex aesthetic more than the or Mafex, whatever you want to say, than this. But this one has a lot of posability.
Yeah.
That
talking about this guy? Is this the one you have?
I don't have that one. I have the one where the blue is shinier.
Okay. Yeah.
Here, let me.
And these, the one you have and this one, when they get reissued, the Japanese price, if you buy it on a Japanese website, it's $55, folks. So just be aware of that. These all the time come back. They're $55, and as long as you're up there and get it during the pre-order, then pay a little bit for shipping. It's cheaper than buying it in the U.S.
Yeah, I got this this shiny guy.
Well, I like that stance. He's got that booty out.
Boom. Boom.
I'm gonna do that too. Ooh.
Yeah.
Spider cake.
I just think that there's something about like the Marvel Legend bodies that sometimes I don't know. I just don't like. Maybe it's like, huh?
They're not aesthetically pleasing because they
Yeah,
do all of that
maybe
weird shit
I
with
just
the
don't like the
legs.
cuts or something. But like this one just looks so. I don't know. This one looks so good. And like the
He,
Sentinel
yeah,
Spider-Man. I like the Sentinel
yes,
Spider-Man. I'm not
because
averse to like
you want
Spider-Man.
your Spider-Man to be this kind of thin, lanky boy. His legs shouldn't look like this to me,
Yeah.
right?
It's like the cuts, like the way the cuts um are going through. But yeah, it's like there's no there's no judgments on if you want this
Yeah,
stuff or whatever you want. It's like that. That's not that's not really the subject. It's more like, to me it was more like this maximum series and like sustainability and like do you think that there's like value? I didn't even say in the video that there wasn't value here. I'm just saying that like like
can they play in this
yeah, like can you play like
artisan space?
could what like to me the thing that's interesting is when you're used to a certain price point from a company,
Yes,
do they have to stay in that range, or could that company make another type of series and you would buy that series? Like if right now like Marvel Legends started making like Mesco style figures, okay,
right.
which costs $100, could that work or could that not? Like that to me was more
Right.
interesting than like than what idiots that just read the title thought,
Ye
which is like he's comparing it to McDonald's toy. No, I
Yeah.
never said that. You
They have the
fucking
shine of a McDonald's
idiots.
toy.
Huh?
They have the shine of a McDonald's toy. So the
Yes.
the problem here is that if they're going to play in that space, like if they're going to compare themselves to the price point of a Mayfex, then give me the quality of a Mayfex. If you're going to spend $100 and play in the Mesco space, as you're saying, then I need to see that quality. Like that's great, but do it from okay, push Marvel Legends to the side and start from scratch. What would $100 figure look like from us? And then build that. So maybe it's got soft goods or whatever. It's got a matte finish. It's just got more detail. This looks like a Marvel Legends figure, which, like I said, it is, but it visually, if it was on the shelf, you'd be like, oh, a $25 figure. You know, there's nothing that sets this apart, makes it look
Yeah.
like a premium item. It's just got more
Yeah.
accessories, which, I mean, what, 3 years ago, you got a bunch of accessories. So is this normalizing a high price for Marvel Legends? And I've seen a lot of comments where people were like, you're going to get used to the $50 figures so that they slowly start raising the prices of the $25 figures.
Right.
So then it doesn't feel as bad or whatever.
Yeah.
I
No,
think,
but you know what? Oh yeah, sorry, go through the super chat.
yeah, this is,
I would say the $50 price point is the same as the $50 Ronin in April, which is even more after shipping. Yeah, dude. I think that $50 April is not really worth it. I don't think that figure is worth
no.
$50, even when it's with its
The little babies.
even though it's a little babies. Hey, no, hold on a second. Hold on. Wait, do we have another super? I think we have another super
Yeah.
chat. I think we have Joey Shalom, and then I want to just talk to somebody here. 199, 499. Who you think you kidnapped? Chelsea Clinton? Wow.
What is the quote?
Well, thank you, Joey. Thank you for the 199. I have to say, Mason here is very upset. He's emotionally upset. Let me because he has a great point that he's making. Okay, number one, $50 isn't breaking his bank. Okay, that's number one. So right now we know we're dealing with a high roller, so let's treat him with that level of respect because it's not breaking his bank. So really, anything he'll pay $50 for a chocolate bar. Anything $50, he's good with. Really, no discerning. And then it's great to see and hear so many people so many grown men cry about $50 that they don't have to spend. Yes, as opposed to a grown man crying about grown men crying.
Yeah. Or how about a grown? Yes. Well, we assume Mason's a grown man,
right? But he also gave us a news flash that none of you have to buy this. So that's another.
No
So now
shit.
we're understanding. So thank you, Mason. Thank you. Your contributions
Yeah.
are
What I
are
appreciate
wonderful.
about Mason is that he listened to us. Well, I don't know. He may have just shown up, but I would assume that he heard us go on and on about, like, if you want us to buy this, that's fine. The value of $50 to you is different from us. We
Right,
spend more
yeah,
money on
yeah,
stupid
yeah,
shit all the time. So all of the, like, that stuff, he was like, I just had to type my stuff.
yeah.
We
This is a
literally made
perfect
fun of
example.
this type
This
of
is a
guy.
this is a perfect example of somebody who doesn't fucking listen, who has
Right.
no ability to listen, and he just hears what seems like it could be criticism and just emotionally types. Like never did we say don't buy it, never did we say that you don't have the money, or it means that you're poor, or it means that
Right.
but the
Not to
emotion
mention, as you,
embodied. This is a perfect example,
yeah.
unless he's just trying to be, unless this is some kind of like satirical theater, which I don't think it is. Then it's like, never did anyone say any of those things. I think we are having a discussion.
He's trying to clarify that he's talking about the crybabies in the comments, not to us, which I think the comments are on the same side as us, but, like, don't come to our live stream and talk shit to our audience either. Like, you just you're making yourself look, you're the crybaby here. But it's like don't be a snowflake when they're the snowflakes that's very sensitive kind of thing. Like, that's what's happening here. You're pointing a finger and saying, "Oh, you're the crybaby," but here you are crying that other people they don't see the value in a
Mason,
$50.
Mason, what are you upset about? I don't even know. You
This
said,
is
are
this is
you
coming from
still
somewhere
upset
else, right? This is
about
like
the
a
40-year-old virgin thing? I'm not understanding like what you are upset about. Like, what are
yeah.
you? Because
Let,
this discourse is not about don't buy this.
yeah, let's talk.
So
Tell me about your dad when you were growing up, Mason.
I don't. I just, John, I'm just trying to get it. It's like, we're not saying. So if you take out "don't buy this," which is not what we're saying, what is the next thing that you're upset about? I don't. No, nobody's crying for $50. I'm not crying about $50. What? Just think for a second. Breathe. First of all, take a breath and just clearly say what is it that you are upset about, because we are saying that there's no judgment. I just bought a grandmother April figure for $50. I don't think it's worth it. I overpaid. That's fine. Like, what? Like, I don't
Now we're
I
the
don't
ones
get
that are
that.
upset. Like, we're just, like, you came
No,
to
we're
our
not upset.
channel.
This is not upset. This is
Yeah,
not
this is
us
just
upset.
us
We're
making
talking.
fun of you.
No, that's what I'm saying.
That's the
Nobody is
difference.
upset. It's just
Right.
a discussion.
This is fun for us.
Okay,
Like,
all right. All
usually,
right, so he's being silly. Anyway, let's go. If you have a real reason why, like, you're defending so hard, I'm willing to listen to it. I do want to spotlight a Toka Dat Razor, because he gifted. Obviously, Toka Dat Razor has the money because he gifted 10 memberships, so he's not
please
crying
tell me
about
that Mason
his
got one of them.
$10. Okay, and the lucky recipients,
He did.
House Endo,
He got
Imas
one.
Yaga. What happened?
He gifted one. Mason got one.
Oh, he did. Mason. Mason, look, he's hooking you up, man. So now that's $1 less that you have to spend. All right, so you're winning here. Christian Lazo, Big Rib, Forsaker the Collector, Pedro Lopez, Gloating, and then Tech Knowledge.
Oh man, this is so fun for me. Anyway, so if you, as we've said 1,000 times, want to buy this thing, just buy it. It's all over the place. You can get it. It was available to pre-order when we started the live. It's low stock right now, but sold out. So if you want to buy directly from Hasbro and pay for the shipping or whatever, you can go that route. Guaranteed, it's on Nerd Zoic still. So don't worry about being able to get a hold of one of these. You can absolutely get one, no problemo. Okay.
Yes, exactly.
Now, in fact, if you want one, I would recommend you buy it from Nerdzoic, or Toy Stalker, whoever you want to support.
I don't think Toy Stalker put it up
because he doesn't believe in Spider-Man. That's his problem.
Yeah, I don't think he put it. In fact, I'm sure he didn't.
Speaking of spending money, wow! Look at that render. That is not the same thing. Speaking of spending money, but then being happy, it's this guy. See, this is the whole conversation around value to you as an individual. You will never get this anywhere else. It would probably be 15 years before another company makes something like this. And Jesus, would it even look as good as this? So 101 for him, or get the this 2-pack for $202.
This is my jam, dude. This is
Yeah.
what I'm excited about.
Yeah,
Like,
this is the realm of like, okay, yeah, it's $202.
yes.
I'm gonna buy it, that kind of thing. And I did not buy the last one in the 2-pack, so I'm not gonna buy this one in the 2-pack. I'll buy the single because I just don't like. I don't need the ghosts. It's fine. They're just huge. So I'll just get the singles. But just look at how much is in there. Jesus, that's a lot of stuff.
Dude, that's but you know, oh no, actually, yeah, it's wow, it's so fucking good.
It is. Alex Brewer's a master.
Laser Pants is mad because in the last chat he said I said that he has sex with animals, so now he's trying to one up me and say that I have sex with dead animals. Okay, which is, you know what? Actually, I think it's less weird to have sex with dead animals than with live animals.
I was literally gonna say that.
Right? Like if you had like like I would think you're a weirder guy if you had sex with, because a live animal, like it's feeling it. You got to restrain him. It's a whole fucking thing. You have sex with a dead animal.
It is warm. Good morning, Rowdy. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Lord.
No, John, we're mad. Let's go back to that.
Man.
I went and had it. All right, I'll take the L. All right, Jesus. I'm just taking L's today. Holy shit. Yeah, but this boogeyman.
Look at this, the ghost trap.
Dude, I love that they have the little traps with the But John, I have a question. Like, why do I have to buy this?
There's a difference. Like, there is an obligation to buy this versus like, I want it. No, you're required to. It's convenient that you wanted it.
Yeah. Hold on a second. Somebody just texted me.
I like that. I like that when I lose you to a fucking text message.
It's my mother. Okay.
Well,
sorry.
then don't say somebody.
Huh?
Don't say somebody texted me.
Well, it's my mom. Fine.
Yeah. Say it.
No, I was mentioning that because certain people are like, you don't have to buy these, but like, I feel like I have to buy this.
No, this is different. Even Mason would be like, no, you have to buy this. This is a requirement thing to support Mondo, to support this line, to show oddly enough, Mason's on board because he's like, this shows Hasbro that they don't have a tight grip on licenses like this.
Right. You know what? We just made peace with Mason. Okay. He said, you know, you both some of my favorite people on the tube, even if you're upset with me over crying. Hey. All right. It's fine, dude. But see, I like when people can have heated discourse and then just go back to, like, let's just be cool. Let's be copacetic. You know what I mean? I don't like to hold that anger in, Jonathan. You know what I mean? It's look, this is, for whatever reason, Hasbro's always like a heated topic for whatever reason. Like, it's always like
you're talking about a different company.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, like, I'm going backwards.
Right. Oh,
John, remember in the beginning we were talking about fucking Hasbro?
Oh
God,
we were talking about Spider-Man.
You know what, John? John, I think this is the last live stream we're doing.
Thank God.
Yes. But this Egon, somebody said the glasses are too thick.
I mean, that's a scale thing. This is a 6-inch.
It's a scale. I don't necessarily disagree, but I don't think it's like, it's very hard to get thick glasses to a level that's like, I don't know. Like, I don't know how you do it and maintain the integrity where the
I've
shit
got a
doesn't
couple
fucking-
figures that have glasses. One I'm thinking about right now on the top of my head is Irma from NECA. I wish I had it conveniently within reach to look at how thick those glasses are, but I think they're kind of thick. They're not as thick as these. I have shit. Another NECA figure is the Professor Perry. He comes with 2 pairs of glasses. Those are the most delicate things I've ever messed with. I nearly broke one of them because the arms bent, and I was really afraid, or maybe it was bent in the box, and I was really afraid about getting it back. And they don't stay on; they fall off. All that just to say that I don't know.
Wow,
what I'm saying.
you really
I
trailed
really
off.
fucking. I just was. All I could think about is how you said that you wanted to. This would be our last stream together. They kind of look.
Did that make you sad?
Yeah. My whole train of thought is like, what will I do with my Fridays? They kind of look like they were, just to give them some shit, they look like they were made with Play-Doh and put on the face.
Oh, shit. Wow.
I mean, look at that. It's not the cleanest edge. Now, who knows what the actual item will look like, because this is like a early production model or whatever. It's not the cleanest thing, but you're also not going to see it this close with your human eyeballs. It's like sometimes
I love this thing, but here's the thing that pisses me off about you, fucking Jonathan, is that
everything
you're besides everything and everything you do and the way you are and your fucking personality is by the way, you've been so snarky this week. I want to tell you, every time I text you, you got some fucking snarky thing to say, which I don't like. Okay,
I literally told you I'm learning, and you sent Yoda and Ahsoka's bowing to Master Yoda like,
no,
I'm your Padawan.
No, hold on a second. That's not the text that I sent you. I fucking here I go. When did I say you were being snarky?
Yesterday.
We were talking about 5K toys, okay, and then we were talking about Chinese New Year, and I said, oh yeah, I don't care that much. It's not a thing where you have to knock on their door every time you want to withdraw. Because we're talking about Kowkis because we like that store, and I said I have no issues with these guys, and you go, that's rare. That's a snarky. That's a snarky. Basically saying that I have tons of issues with people.
You do.
I don't. I really don't.
How many times on this show we have like discussed the fact that you've held grudges against people, or you just like hate these people, and then suddenly there's a DM or an email from somebody, and you're like, I guess they didn't hate me.
Yeah, no, you. But yes, you are right. Sometimes I rush to judgment when I feel like somebody is like attacking me, or I feel like somebody's big shotting me. By the way, there's a fucking toy maker that was, and he knows who he is, that was desperate for a bump and needing help. And now that he got what he needs, and I'm trying to reach out to him because I had a question, fucking days before I hear back, and he gives me like a one word answer. You know who you fucking are. Okay, I remember everything. So that's an aside. All right, but yes, you're correct, John. For the new year, I gotta start thinking to not rush to judgment. But there are some people that just motherfuck me, and then I remember that. You know what I mean? So like this guy right here, Attack Peter, with his super chat 190. He's another fucking big shot. We are going to revise the glasses. Late cats. There you go. Thank you. So. Because you guys heard it here, because of our critiquing on the glasses, Peter said they were not going to revise it until we just mentioned it. So congratulations, everybody's getting an Egon. We have influenced Peter to revise the glasses.
So that's why we do this.
So you're welcome. You're welcome, everybody. You are now free to get this Egon.
Yeah. Exactly.
Hi, Peter. John, you should spotlight that boogeyman, because like that thing, the hair on that thing is a fucking marvel. And I was going to say this before I found out that Peter was in the chat. Trust me, I'm not intimidated by Peter where I'm like, oh, Peter's here, let's go over the thing. Okay, that I fear no man. But like, just go over this because it's fucking.
Oh, but Attack Peter is no man.
What? Say that again?
I said, but Attack Peter is no man.
I know. I like how I was trying to be like funny about it. It has nothing to do with you guys taking that. But Peter, we get it. It's obviously it's us that's kind of guiding the ship. But Jonathan.
Yeah, we
Please
didn't
continue.
influence it.
Yes, we didn't influence this. Peter, wink. Yeah. Peter's in Florida. Who cares? Continue.
Yeah, get washed away by the rising sea levels.
Drown out there.
Yeah. Yeah, this is like this ghost because of the additional head. There's so much more value in this set than the other one. Like that is a huge chunk of plastic and paint.
Dude, it's gigantic.
It's as big as Egon, the head.
I was in their chat yesterday, and Hector was holding like one of the things. It's just the head itself is like just this gigantic, like it's wild, man.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I mean,
but it also makes me like I'm trying to decide like which is the head that I want to display it with, and you know what I mean.
Yeah, I don't know. That's tough, man. We'll have to see when you actually get it in your hands what route you go. Because the same thing with the trap. Like at that point, I think you would, if you're going to display it, you would have this trap with the ghosts going in, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's another thing I do love too. By the way, just on that, just the little traps, because the other one had that too. The Peter Venkman with the little Sam Hain just like fucking getting sucked in there. Dude, look at some of the photography. The photography on this one is wildly nice. Like when they show him in like the set, like look at that, man.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that shit is fucking nightmare fuel.
Who took the photos? Peter.
Yeah, Peter. Maybe give some credit to the photo people, Peter.
Yeah, it's probably on here somewhere.
The photos are fucking great. They're just the light with the fog in there.
Man.
And that's the thing. You'll never get this again. Like this is not. There's going to be nobody that makes real Ghostbusters to this degree again. This is not. I guess with Spider-Man, it's like there's so many like at bats. It's like every fucking let's just highlight the photographer, because the photographer did a wonderful job on this. Raul Barrero. Like this is the kind of thing. It's like this doesn't get. It rarely gets at bats. B, to this degree with the fucking boogeyman, and then this inside baseball ghost, and like it's fucking so I'll glad, like this to me was not like a debate. I was like, I'm gonna get these, I'm gonna display them, the integral part of my childhood, and
yeah. I mean, if there's a cartoon that needs to be made, especially stuff from the 80s, this is the company I want doing it. And the fact that they're doing this scale now is going to open up so many more doors for them. But obviously they know that because we told them that months ago.
Right.
That's why they're doing it, because we influenced them, just like the glasses.
Yeah. I mean, he says it has nothing to do with us, but I mean, we know.
Yeah. Wink, wink, nod, nod. Send me my check. And then I'm very curious about their realistic stuff in the 1/6 scale, seeing that stuff in person, because obviously you can do a lot at 1/6 scale. There are some great companies out there like Hot Toys doing that. And Mondo's, I would say, known for this kind of stuff, right? Like Masters of the Universe, all this. But the realistic stuff is that stuff.
Are you talking about a specific?
The dude from They, what's his face?
I pre-ordered him. Nada. From
Okay.
They Live.
Yes, and then they also did McCready, right?
And they did McCready. I fucked up. I didn't order the McCready, and I love that movie.
Yeah, so I'm very curious to see how those things are in person, because, I mean, I didn't order either of them either. But yeah, I'm. That's just like they're gonna crush the 1/6 scale. Now they're onto the 1/12 scale. So it's just really nice.
How do I display both these heads? Because I like them both.
You buy 2 of these, and then you can.
John, have you ever seen They Live?
I don't think I did, actually. It's one of those that just like I skipped over somehow in the 80s.
They Live is the most underrated John Carpenter movie there is. You like, I want you to watch it, and then I want to have a discussion about it. Because like it's like, and look, the message isn't like so groundbreaking now because it's basically about corporate greed. It's like, like it's like aliens are trying to like take us over and influence us to fucking buy and purchase shit. But man, that movie is fucking great. I like it. I know everybody's like John Carpenter's like, everybody's like it's like The Thing or Halloween. I think I would have liked Halloween more if it didn't get franchised to death.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now it's like it's lost all impact. But when you watch that first Halloween, you're like, this movie's fucking scary. But Escape from New York, I like, but it's a little bit goofy. But They Live is kind of goofy too. But you should watch it. You should watch, and then we should fucking discuss They Live, because it's a great movie. Attack Peter with the super chat. Thank you, buddy. $4.99. Trust me, this is not an easy license. Doubt these come back ever from anyone. Thank you for supporting us so we can make a real line of it. Well, yes. Thank you. I mean, I thank you for making shit like this, because like I love swings like this. I love artistic swings like this. I understand that this license is, look, from what I've heard about what's going on with this license, trying to get a toy license from another big toy licensor is fucking difficult. Which, by the way, it's like, you know what makes me sad, John? I wanted to make a video about this.
Do it.
Is like the state of like,
I don't want you to be sad.
well, it does make me sad. The state of like difficulty getting IPs. Because to me, so I got that, I tried to get you that thing, man, but like that fucking store sold out. I got that Not Gandalf. Remember the one we talked about?
Yeah. With the rooted hair
wizard. And I just took a quick look at it, and I'm like, this is why IP holders, for the most part, are fucking idiots that are basically shooting themselves in the foot, because like, by withholding their IP or making it so corporate and making it so difficult to license anything, they are now giving way to, or giving sway to, third party. Now, Mondo's not a third party, but now I've kind of moving to a little bit of a different topic.
Oh,
but
well,
like, they're giving sway to third party to cannibalize them. And one of my first jobs when I came to LA was, I was like working as like just some dumb PA assistant to some producer or whatever that was trying to like buy up some IPs for some movies to do. I don't know what he was trying to do, some kind of fucking licensing. And I saw firsthand, like, a lot of times these IP holders, like they're holding on to it. They don't give a fuck about toys. Like, toys are not on their mind. So they just kind of like institute like high prices just in order to engage with them. So then they can go to their bosses and they can, say that they did something. So you're trying to basically get, let's say you're trying, here's a dream of mine. Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
yes.
Okay. I love that movie. I would love if somebody made like a Mesco style Robin Hood. If I go to Warner Brothers and I'm like, hey, you're not doing anything with Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, like, what's the license going to cost? Number one, I have to have Boku connections just to talk to the right guy, okay? Because they're not going to take it seriously. They're going to be like, what, toys? What the fuck are you talking about? Then let's say I get to the right guy. He's immediately going to go, okay, you got to pay us $100,000 for our license.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're going to have to go to Kevin Costner's thing, and then, you got to get the license from him, and then we'll agree, and this and that. And then I'm going, okay, so I got to pay you just $100,000 out the gate. I can't have a licensing deal with you. And then, like, we can't start a licensing deal, and then I can see how many pre-orders I make and pay you like it's like, no, you gotta, and it's not because they give a fuck about the license for Prince of Thieves. They don't care. Nobody's doing anything with Robin Hood Prince of Thieves.
Right.
It's that I'm not going to go to my boss, or I'm not going to get out of bed unless we fucking start talking money. And so you get that enough, third party's just going to cannibalize it. That's what's happening with Warcraft, by the way. Warcraft has fucked up their and by the way, they might not care because toys don't make enough money, but they make enough that they should care.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's just adding to the pool of income, especially if another company is going to do all the hard work. Speaking of the figure that is basically impossible to get now, there were 2 versions. I mean, I should have just locked in and bought this asshole when he was still available, but I really want this version.
You did the right thing, dude. I don't think the
you said you
I don't
got
think
it?
the deluxe is
I mean, I didn't buy either of them.
Say again?
I didn't get either of them. So I didn't do the right thing.
No. I mean, you did the right thing, not settling and getting the plastic. I just don't think the plastic
Captures the
sculpted
look.
beard.
Yeah.
I'll see though. I mean, I just took a quick look. I took a cursory look.
This is going to be a delicate ass figure, though. This is going to be, oh, that's broken. Oh, this thing over here. All these clothes are untucked. You're going to have to. This is the premium level, especially at 112 scale, where you have to just go slow, be delicate, don't overextend things. Now, I always do in reviews. I overextend. Sometimes I break things, or the clothing starts coming untucked or whatever, and it's a pain in the ass to put together. But that's kind of the fun of it too, is like finding Gandalf in like a kick-ass fighting battle pose, like jump kicking through the air.
Right.
But I cannot wrap my head around the fact that this is a 112 scale figure that looks like it's 1/6 or quarter scale.
It's wild, dude. It's fucking it's oh, Ace is here. What's going on, buddy? I love, dude, and look what the comment he comes in, Matt Hattis, but that's the kind of comment I love. But yes, dude, this thing is like Hot Toys quality, but in 112 scale.
Yeah, it's sickening. I don't know why. I remember this popping up for pre-order, and I do not know why I didn't order this.
You
guy.
didn't jump on it.
You can get this. The base is the only thing still available on probably most places, but like 5K Toys order. That base is gigantic.
Did this base even go up?
Yeah, it's on 5K right now.
Oh, what is it called? What's the base called?
I don't know. Let's go back here.
I think it's called Abyss Demon.
This Demon Stand C. Yeah, Abyss Demon. 5K is not good about putting many photos up. I'm surprised they did this many. Usually they like have a black bar across the face, and then like you have no idea what you're looking at. They blurred out Pepsi though. Yeah, for an example,
this is like what I'm talking about. It's like now this company, if they wanted to, I don't know if they do want to, but they can release more guys from the fellowships.
Yes,
you know what I mean. They can like really push hard. Same thing with these bro toys, like not Resident Evil,
right?
Like,
but this is usually what you come across on 5K, and you're like, okay. And then it just
meaning
like nobody's buying it because they can't really see the fact that there's like a billion accessories in this set.
This is their only photo.
This is it. Yeah, I don't know why, but look at I actually bought these guys, and I have a review coming one of these days. So
dude, I saw the pack.
Yeah,
sorry, the pack out you showed me on this was fucking wild, man.
Yeah, you get all of these accessories you see here, but what you can't tell is that this little photo right here is actually a 112 scale. Let's see, somebody had it here, right here on eBay. 2 chairs and a desk.
Dude, you would never from that photo decipher that was a gigantic table with 2 chairs that can fit the character.
Yeah, and the chairs have springs in them, so that it's like you can squish the cushion down like as if it was actually spring loaded or whatever. Yeah, this table. Oh, fuck me for doing it this way. I'm an idiot. Open link in new tab. Yeah, look at that. You get a phone, a few books. You get this lamp, a camera, shotgun, grenade launcher. They each come with a pistol. There's a bunch of like other random accessories, but yeah, 2 chairs and a table. It's crazy. Anyway.
And you get 2 sexy RPD girls.
Yeah, which technically have never been in this costume. I think Jill, at some point, like as extra alternate costume, you can do her, but she definitely never had that costume on in the game, even as like a costume change. Yeah, anyway, I
What's up, buddy?
really want this guy, but I screwed up. He's like worth double the price now.
Yeah, but Allie might get him. You never know.
Oh, he was all over Alley. He's double the price on there.
No, but like they might like I don't know, dude. I think because like this company, if this Gandalf does well or whatever, not Gandalf, like they could make. I'm sure they can make Aragorn. They could make, but it's just like a shame. It's like Lord of the Rings is a property. I'm positive there's plenty of companies that could just make awesome Lord of the Rings, like legit Lord of the Rings figures that are licensed figures. But it's just like just playing these games with the license and like just making it so hard for everybody. Like, dude, there's so many things that I would just love to get, but you know, it's like, oh, the license holder and this and that, and like, and I'm not talking about when it comes from an artistic level. Like George Miller does not want to license out Mad Max. He's the creator of Mad Max. He's the artist that made. He's the director. That's fine. You know what I mean? That's his prerogative. Okay. But it's like when it gets involved on a corporate level, and it's like, you know, like, okay, the studio owns it, and they don't give a fuck. The studio doesn't give a fuck about Mad Max toys or Robin Hood Prince of Thieves toys, but they just want, or Demolition. If I went right now to Warner Brothers and I'm like, hey, I want the rights to Demolition Man because I want to make a John Spartan and a fucking Simon Phoenix because I think it'll sell to people my age, which it would. And I want to make them Mesco style. First of all, they're not going to give a fuck what style. They're just going to be like, pay us $300,000, pay us $200,000 up front. It's like, I can't pay that because I don't know what it's going to sell.
Yeah.
I don't know how much I'm going to make. So that opens the door to somebody overseas cannibalizing that. And that fucking guy who's getting paid by the hour doesn't give a fuck because he's a legal PA and he just doesn't give a shit. And he's just like, well, you know, I just told them to go, you know, fuck themselves, you know?
Johnny, fuck yourself. I like Jada Toys as a company, the brand, the stuff they're putting out. I know we're getting some things like Storm Arena, which I guess is Storm Collectibles, whatever. But they have the new like $26 Street Fighter figures, which we talked about, and the fact that it's going to be like 10 years and they'll be halfway through the roster.
Wait, John, you don't think that they're going to, knowing that they have eyes on them, you don't think you don't think that they're going to kind of speed it up? Because like I do feel like Jada Toys kind of kicked Storm in the ass and sort of like lit a fire
for sure.
under them.
Yeah, I think them offering the 112 options is purely in retaliation, or
I think
whatever.
so too, man. Dude, I think the toy business, I'm finding out, is just full of people that have grudges and are trying to fuck over other people, and it's very much like the movie business. It's full of a lot of like dick measuring. Okay, take that for what you will. Okay, and I really think like the only reason Storm seems like they're trying right now is because like Jada is such a threat.
Yes.
So
yeah, and I mean, who's going to come for the cereal mascots now?
I mean,
you can't let Jada walk all over that.
Yeah, but at least with the cereal mascots, it's not like they're jumping into somebody else's pool.
Yeah, I know. And nobody else is really going to make them. I'm just being a silly bitch.
Yeah, stop being a silly bitch. Let me highlight this.
People do like the Johnny fuck yourself.
Wait, Johnny fuck yourself. Miko said for 9 months, Rep hard for the MHR. Hope your dog feels. Oh, thank you, bud. Yes. It's kid is sick. Then we're all sick. But hope your kid feels better as well. Sorry, John. What do you want to highlight?
Oh no, it just seemed that people like the idea of a new character that I said, which was Johnny Fuck Yourself.
A character named Johnny Fuck Yourself?
Yeah, you don't remember me saying that? You said something, go fuck yourself or whatever, and I was like, Johnny, go fuck yourself, or Johnny Fuck Yourself. And look, it should be a new T-shirt from the guy that you hate, Michael Miller. I want to remind everybody.
But I made up with Michael Miller. I like Michael Miller now.
No, you didn't.
The Adventures of Johnny, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody, I'm Johnny, go fuck yourself.
Don't like the price of this Marvel Legends? Go fuck yourself.
$50 for a Spider-Man figure? Oh, you don't like it? Go fuck yourself.
Yeah. We should put it on the Hasbro website. It pops up and says, do you want to buy this? Yes or no? If they say no, another pop-up just says, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, and you get a virus. Wait, what? No. Don't do that, Johnny, go fuck yourself.
I think people
this Johnny, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Is a real
Loyalists will think he's so cool.
Don't like our Spider-Man, go pay $100 for a Mayfix Spider-Man and then go fuck yourself.
Take that, Spider-Man, and go fuck yourself. God damn, what's wrong with us?
You don't want to pay for a Gandalf license? Go to third party. Oh my god, it's sold out. I guess you gotta go fuck yourself.
That's a shirt. That's a shirt right there.
Yeah. That's it's gonna be the new shirts, guys. We got a $20 from Rowdy Riles. Or $2. Sorry.
$2. Oh, man, you really fucking.
I was like, Rowdy Riles is like, oh. Did you all see the new Mighty Max toy line, Mighty Hat? I did not. Is there a new Mighty Max toy line?
That's interesting.
Who's making that shit?
Who's making Mighty Max? Please let us know, and I will search. Yeah, I think if Jada did Marvel, there'd be some serious. But even if they only were able to do the Capcom stuff, the fighting game, Street Fighter, whatever, I think even that alone would be like, oh, Marvel has to make some kind of shift, and we need that. We really, really need that. That's what Jada's doing with Street Fighter. They're causing a ripple or whatever that companies have to respond and not lose out on that part of the market. All right, Mighty Max. I'm going to go to, I guess, Big Bad Toy Store.
John, I desperately, Impossible Pie Productions said you have some new material for it. I desperately want to make a Johnny Go Fuck Yourself a video.
Yeah, I get 10% of all profits, though.
What happened?
I get 10% of all profits for coming up with a character.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. I'll go through the ad share and I'll break you off. I'll break you off 10%.
Appreciate it, bro. Oh my God, it's 1/6 scale. I got distracted. Don't worry about it.
You fell for the oldest trick in the book. You went to the baby hippo. I always end up there.
This is great, and the fact that it's the wet. The wet.
I know.
It looks so real. But that is adorable. Oh my God.
Marvel vs. Capcom Jada. Jada Toy. First of all, can anybody contact Jada Toys? Let them know we want to talk to them because here's what. Well, you know what? They're probably thinking about this. Capcom properties. You have a relationship with Capcom. I would like Final Fight figures, Jada Toys. Okay, I see no reason why you can't have at least the three main characters from Final Fight. You have a relationship with Capcom. It's not all Street Fighter, baby. All right, and once you finish the Street Fighter World Warriors, which you are on deck to finishing.
Yeah.
You know, there's other stuff there. There's other Capcom stuff there. Power Stone.
Streets of Rage.
Wait. Streets of Rage is not Capcom, is it?
Isn't it?
No, I don't think it is.
Konami?
Is
Streets of Rage 2. Made by... This isn't helping me. Who made it? This is very exciting. Why aren't
I know,
you
because you're
talking?
looking, and my brain froze. Yeah, I would love some more.
Whatever, I don't care. But I want that made anyway.
Well, Streets of Rage, Storm actually has Streets of Rage figures, but they are taking forever
Yeah.
to come out.
Which also means they're probably like $80 or whatever.
Yeah, they're expensive.
Yeah.
Devin Decker, who knows everything, says Sega does Streets of Rage. So I believe
Sega.
Oh my God, are we still having a dick measuring contest in the chat? Guys, we're all rich and we're all poor. It doesn't fucking matter.
Yes,
All I see,
it's the
I'm just
quantum
glancing at the chats and I see, oh, well, I got a Mercedes Benz and I got a.
It's the quantum state of collecting. People don't understand that collectors live in a quantum state where we are both rich and poor at the exact same time. We are not one or the other, but we are both simultaneously.
Oh my God. Anyway, John, please bring up what you're going to bring up.
Oh, these are Mighty Max for $50.
What, the Mighty Max?
Yeah, look at this. The prices are there. I mean, not. I will say there is a more than 30% chance that you can find this on another website that's not Big Bad Toy Store with a better price, because this is something that they do, especially if they're like premium Bandai exclusive things or whatever. And they get them, they list them for double the price. There's a new Vegeta video that will come out on this channel. $60 figure on premium Bandai. It's not worth the $60, mind you, but it was on here for $99. And it's just a basic figure. But yeah, so this is $50 to get some form of nostalgia.
Sounds unboxed.
No, these will stay in box.
Stay in box.
Is any of this piquing any interest to you?
No, it's not really my thing.
I mean, some of them are cheaper, but it's just because there's not as much going on there.
It got something in my eye.
Get it out.
Damn,
this thing was $85 when it was available.
Okay, we got a super chat among people flexing about their cars. Storm Collectibles lower prices to $26 to $89 needs to go to Mesco. Is the only company that will accept that price. Cloths and lots of cloth clothes and lots of accessories. Yeah, I mean that's you got to justify soft goods. Which, by the way, thank you, Dutch has a plan for the super chat. I saw some pictures. My buddy got, speaking of Mesco, the Dr. Octopus that they just put out. Have you seen that at all?
No.
Dude.
Pull it up.
It's fucking wild, man.
Pull it up. Oh, see, they're $35 on the brand's website. Perius.
Let me pull it up. Hold on a second.
Just don't buy it from Big Bad Toy Store. This is kind of the thing, though. We see this with, man, talk about, to go back to the the Marvel Legends. Mythic Legions, the other ML brand, they know how to put value in their products and give you something that every single time is just a like mind-blowing epic thing of soft goods and plastic and paint. But those are like $35 or something if you order direct, like pre-order through the store Horseman, versus the $50 they are elsewhere.
Yeah. All right, I'm sharing. Hold on.
I like this.
Hey, why did it do that? Why did the sharing turn to a thing that says presentation?
Just present yourself.
John, why you look so sad? Just
because I don't know what you're doing.
Because you can't get Dr. Octopus anymore.
I am.
It's sold out, I guess. I went to Toy Stalker first. I didn't see this thing. Dude, this thing is wild in hand. This thing is actually an amazing figure.
I believe it.
Mesco does some nice stuff, dude.
I do not like their Spider-Man or Spider-Gwen figures. That is one thing that I think looks really stupid from Mesco.
A little too pajama like.
Oh yeah, because you can't make a character that small. It's not as bad on him because he's thick. But Spider-Man, and maybe because of his belts and gloves and stuff, but Spider-Man has such a thin body that everything you see the sculpt or the shell of the character underneath, the skeleton of the character underneath, that yeah, when the material bunches up, it's just too thick, so it doesn't have that beautiful appeal.
Okay,
So
hold
I
on.
would not get a cloth figure of a Spider-Man. But I say that, and I do have that third party pre-ordered. I'm very curious if they're going to be any good. Come
Hold
on, you
Ralph
can do it.
says that it
You
is
can
up.
do it. There it is.
He says it is on the site, which it's sold out on BBTS. I would have gone here first, Ralph, had I. Oh, okay. I didn't see it. I thought I spelled octopus right, and it didn't come up. But there you go. I'm going to be getting this. By the way, the pictures on this thing don't do it justice.
Yeah, because they're
and I'm talking
renders.
about Mesco's pictures.
Yeah.
I actually saw just like my buddy showed it to me in hand,
Mhm.
and the pictures of just him holding it in his fucking dumb hand were better than what Mesco put out.
Well,
there.
that's what they say. Hand photos sell figures, not really well shot. But these are all renders of the figures. This isn't
like
or like heavily photoshopped. That is not like a figure standing there. There's something's going on.
Dude, it's so good. Is he in the chat? Are you in the chat?
Doc Ock?
No, Dozer. Hey, Dozer, are you in the fucking chat? Can you tell me that this is great and fucking co-sign what I'm saying? But yeah. Wow, I didn't realize you had so much Mesco. Let's see what else this fucking dude is holding out on. You know what? This guy, I always find out
That's a
after
good
the
deal.
fact. Huh?
$400 for 5 figures. That's a good price. Comparatively for Mesco.
Yeah.
It's usually $100 a figure.
This Golden Age Joker looks good. If you're into that shit, John.
If I'm not into it, it doesn't look good?
No, if you're not into it, it looks terrible.
All right, look at that Gwen, Spider-Gwen. Even that immediate photo, and this is not good for Toy Stalker, because I'm going to say, like, don't buy it. Look how ugly
it's actually
it is.
only one left in stock. So whatever you're about to say, John, they're saying, fuck you, but go on.
Okay, good. I think it just looks really bad. Like, I'm not a fan of this.
Yeah, it's a little like pajama-ish. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this. I actually agree with you.
And there's something about it too that I think if you like the arms won't look as feminine, or the legs don't have like muscular
nice
sculpts. Yeah, the face is great. Well, not that one. No, it's not. Never mind. That looks like He-Man. Go back. Go back.
I mean, the one shot made it look. Yeah, you're right. It looks like He-Man.
Prince Adam.
You don't think a Prince Adam is a good look?
Spider Adam. Yeah, I like that. The Wolverine and Deadpool, I'm very curious about because they could potentially suffer from that same issue with the crotch area, but they're thicker boys. The thicker material is not trying to look like spandex. It's supposed to look like a thicker material, so it might be all right.
Oh my god, look how many heads it comes with. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Holy shit. Dude, you got a lot of Mesco, man. Dude, by the way, this guy doesn't upcharge on any of this shit. Like he was the only person selling the 4-pack, the Mesco 4-pack for $400 that was a retailer. Everywhere else I saw was, like, I don't want to name names, but super upcharge on that fucking pack.
Yeah. So what we're saying is raise your prices.
Yeah, maybe this figure is excellent, dude. This figure is, now I'm just down the rabbit hole. I'm going to probably end up buying something, knowing me. This figure is fucking excellent.
You know, if nothing else, Mesco, like you've mentioned this every time you do something like Dick Tracy or whatever, the fedora-based characters or suit-based characters are always spectacular. and the accessories are phenomenal.
Yeah. Yeah.
I put Bro Toys in the realm of like the accessories are phenomenal. I think Mesco does a better job on the character overall. The other one you had, what's the brand that you had, the Metropolis boy?
Oh, fuck. What is that brand? Muff Toys.
Yeah. That's it. Look like you could have pulled out a Mesco box. It looks the same.
Yeah. It's the same. Dude, we got this guy, fellow channel. People know him, Mr. Home Arcade. He's awesome, okay? He's a great dude, but this fucking dummy. he had the nerve. He had the nerve, and I hope he's watching this. He had the nerve to fucking show me this figure on a Masters of the Universe body that he created, and he goes, "I bet you don't know who this is." And I'm like, it's not even inside baseball. Like I don't know Terrifier. Like, and he goes, "Oh, I didn't think you would know that." I was like, "Hey, shithead."
I've never seen these movies, but I know him because it's.
That's what I'm saying. But he was acting. I hope he's in the chat. He was acting like it's like inside baseball to know Art the Clown from Terrifier. I was like, "Oh, this is the guy," and he was so proud of it. He's like, "I bet you don't know who this is." Fuck you. Actually, I love him. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. How did we get on Mesco? How do we get here, John? How do we get out?
Dr. Octi Boy, you loved him.
Yeah, Dr. Octi Boy. By the way, this guy is cool, but his outer coat that he wears over his shoulder does not do this. It sucks. And I went to Rebel Customs and I said, "Hey, can you make an outer coat?" And she said she's going to look into it. But I think it got held up because she did not have a figure that was sized at his size that she can kind of like play with. So that kind of bummed me out. So because I think she would kill that, like just having like making her own overcoat.
Yeah,
that can just go over this guy.
Over his coat. Yeah.
Yeah. This guy comes with the best accessory ever, by the way, which is this fucking arc with real ghosts in it that opens up and fucking melts our faces off with Jewish power.
Whoa. Wait a minute. What?
All right.
My boy Thomas is in the chat. Good to see you. And Devin said that Terrifier was just on it was just a Jeopardy clue. He's like, it doesn't get more relevant than that.
Yeah. He was acting like it was like the most insane. He's like, "I bet you don't know who this is." It's like, the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, it makes me happy when you rip on people.
All right. Is there anything else, John? Is there anything else we got to talk about?
No.
All right. By the way, John had the best opening to the Jimmy Tatsu Arukusaki story, it was John. Do you want to describe it? Because it was I loved your idea for the opening.
Since you're more excited about it, I'll just do it. And then if you don't like the way I did it, you can do it again, and we'll edit that out. So it's a close up of eyes, and you hear like fighting noises, like punching and kicking and stuff and grunting. And then you hear Tatsu. And these eyes are intense. And you hear the Tatsu, Jimmy Tatsu. And it cuts out. And Jimmy, a young Tatsu, is on the toilet at work playing a Game Boy. And so he's got a fighting game on a Game Boy. And his boss yells at him. And then it cuts out. So his like intense, sweaty, angry face. And you're like, because as soon as the movie starts, you're like, "Oh, Tatsu from Ninja Turtles, you know what's happening." And you're like, "There's going to be this, and then it's like, no, it's just this floppy-haired, geeky teenager at work in his like work attire with his name tag. It says Jimmy T.
I still love that opening, John. Okay. All right. I want the chat to understand how great that opening is. But I think that's going to be a go. And we got to make something out of that. We gotta write like a 5-minute, like almost like Beavis and Butthead frog baseball short, and just fucking take over the world.
Yeah,
You
I
know what I
wish
mean?
we knew somebody that could do storyboarding.
But that's me.
I know. I know. I said it last week and you're like, if I could.
Yeah,
I was like, if you could do storyboarding, you're like, if I could.
if I could.
You did you had a whole comic.
Mason did say something that I do like. He's waiting for his fucking flipper. Thank you, Mason. I am happy you brought that up because I have in my possession the final samples of all of the Flipors and the Champions of Nefertiti figures. We are back in production to finish the blister packs, which is great because we had a little blister issue, and Chinese New Year held us up. And I already said this before, but I believe the estimated time to get into people's hands is going to be April, and I am super fucking excited.
Yeah.
About these.
We can't have Devin Decker part of the movie, by the way. Like, you want him because he has the knowledge, but it's like, yeah, we're not following. We have to play loose with the continuity to make the movie more interesting.
I know, Devin. Can you not be such a continuity guy? Jesus.
Yeah, alternate timeline or something. Just chill the fuck out.
Yeah. Devin,
Also,
Devin.
when you brought up Flipor and the Champions of Nefertiti, the box, and then you like said stuff about it, and I don't know. And you're like Chinese New Year, and I was like, okay.
He just tuned me out. As always.
All I could think about was we need a theme song.
We need a theme song for
Flipor and the Champions of Nefertiti.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Flipor and the Champions of Nefertiti.
So your pitch is very like it's almost like the Queen Flash song. So it's got a little bit of that.
Yeah, I guess so. It's just inspired by the 70s and 80s theme songs.
I love that, dude. But can we have it? Yeah, man.
Obviously the verse is where it's gonna find.
Dude. This is something I have not even thought about. That's actually a fucking great idea because you could also put that in the commercial. Like you can, if you make a fake commercial, you can have that in there as well. So
there are talented artists out there that can do these things, but it needs to have an animation and then filters on it so it has this like the layers of old school animations that look grainy and dirty and all that stuff, like the logo coming in and it has that like generic and it has the trail of color behind it.
No, you need that. You need that.
It's required.
Where's the studio? No, I love that idea. I have not even thought about that, but you're right. That's like one of these things where it's just like that has to be thought of.
Yeah.
Darkest Night says, Matt Hatter, can you not look drunk? I can't. I always sort of look at some level of drunk or high. I'm sorry. That's just the way. That's just my face, dude. I am the Star Man with the $4.99 super chat. You should keep teasing how Tatsu loses his hair, like Hot Time with the dude who loses his.
well, that was.
Oh yes, first of all, thank you for the $4.99. That's a great idea.
So the reason, whenever we first came up with this, I was like, well, he's bald in the movie, so the reverse of that is like he has this like kind of thick. Now, at the time, I said the kind of thick, floppy hair. We could kind of lean into like he's just got this beautiful head of hair. Like that's, if nothing else, people compliment like he's so lucky because he's got such a gorgeous head of hair kind of thing.
Right. People like admire his hair.
Yeah. So when he loses it, maybe that's why he's so angry.
Oh, you just think he loses it just like he gets older and loses it. You don't think there's
like the original thought was, it's just like the reverse of that. It's just like the aging.
Did they explain how Professor X and those X-Men prequels, which I only liked one of them, so I tuned the rest of them out. Did they explain like how? Because in that first one he had hair,
right?
Like, or is it just like he just lost?
It's something about like Oh God, that was so stupid.
Oh
Movie.
no, I remember what it was.
Because he gets shot in the spine or whatever, or it's
No,
just that if he lets his power take control versus injecting himself with stuff.
no. I remember the scene. It was so fucking half baked. Apocalypse had him on a slab, and he was doing some kind of like ritual,
That's
and
right.
then for some reason, like he lost his
This
hair in
digital
that
hair
ritual.
just goes.
Yeah, it for like I don't even know that they explained it, but it was so dumb.
Oh God.
These nuts, who has probably the best avatar ever, with the super chat. Thank you for the $5, sir. Jimmy Tatsu and Urukusaki worked at Circuits. Ooh, I like them working at Circuit City. Lots of memories of Circuit City. Although Devin Decker's probably going to be like, well, Circuit City in 1987. Devin Decker, just let it slide. Come on, please. Ramen Toys with the 10 months, member for 10 months, rep hard for MHR, waiting for 20, 25, 26 flip bar and configures. Well, buddy, I need your help to make it. So we'll be waiting together. Ace is a fucking dude. I never want to make figures without this guy. Okay. As much as Ace probably hates me on a personal level,
Right.
I think he's a fucking genius, and I want to keep I think we're gonna make some amazing stuff moving forward.
I hope so. Because if the second figure you make after Flip War is not as good,
Oh God.
One hit wonder.
Hey, you know what though? I don't think that there's any shame, even if I was a one-hit wonder. I like a lot of people are like, oh, this person one-hit wonder. At least they had one hit. You know, people will make fun of like some musician, and they're like, oh, this guy had a what? But you know what?
Yeah, but the
you know
one
who's a
hit,
no-hit wonder? Everyone else.
yeah, the no hit wonder, the one hit wonders. That's a thing of the past, though. That was when things were controlled by radio. That's all you guys only played that one song. That's why they're a one hit wonder.
Right.
Now that the internet is here, more people have multiple hit wonders.
You're absolutely right. It's like the radio, you know, talk about like everybody's like the good old days, but it's like the radio is what decided that you're a one-hit wonder. You know, you're 100% right. Devin Decker, he said Circuit City was. How does he know that Devin Decker's AI? I don't think he looked this up, John. He was established in '94, so you're in the clear there. Okay, Devin Decker, say something human.
Yeah.
Say something that makes us know that you're a human and not AI.
Yeah, just change your name to Devin GPT so that you're not falsifying who you are or what you are.
Yeah, I kind of like where Starman's going. 199 shows parents are both bald as a red herring. But the mom is bald too. All right.
Write some lyrics for the Flipboard theme song. Okay, we can get that.
I will, but I need to know like, is it okay? Is the Flipboard? Oh, there's Dozer after the fact, dude. I needed you to talk about cosign Dr. Octopus, and now you fucking show up. So just to give me some kind of framework.
Okay.
Are we thinking that because you like write the lyrics? Is it like Thundercats? Is it like that's
think Thundercats?
Very simple, very simple
sense
song.
Too that like the voice actor character will have like a line of dialogue in there, so to be like, he's always buying things if he can on time, and then he's like, oh, I've got to get this. Like, you know, it does that like cut of like, here's the theme song, but then here's like a dialogue clip in there. You need that, I think, to make it really work.
Yes,
You'll never stop me in my cloak,
dude. It could be an amazing theme song.
My cloak could be like Tarjay, and then it like it zooms back out, and then it's flapping.
Yeah. Dude, if I had hundreds of thousands of dollars just to fucking waste, I would make an anime-ish. You know how like anime, openings, from the 80s, like Sailor Moon or even Thundercats, like they all had that influence.
Yeah.
If I had hundreds of thousands of dollars to waste, I would have like that kind of like animation.
Mason J will pay for it because money ain't no thing for him.
Mason J, can you be a bro? And I saw what he said before. He said he loves us. So
you could probably reach out to 5-second, was it 10-second songs? That guy, he was on like, he was huge when what is that? What shit? Fiverr started. He would do 10-second songs, but you would hire him, and then he would do like a 10-second song for whatever occasion you needed in the style of whatever. So he could do like excellent impressions, but he would write the music and it would sound like this artist. So you wanted like Metallica or you wanted Ace of Base. He could do those styles.
Yes, yeah.
He was a master at that. I think he's still doing that kind of stuff, but you could probably hire him to write the song. Like, here's the lyrics. I need you to write the song. Here's your inspiration, these songs or whatever.
Yes.
Doesn't solve the animation problem, but that's on Mason.
Well, you know what's going to happen, actually? What's like Netflix, once the Champions in the Faraday comic comes out, I think Netflix will just come knocking on my door.
Yeah.
And then I can use Netflix's money to do these things. You know what I mean? Like, I still want to do what you're talking about, but I want to do it with like Netflix money. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like that. You could just do this as like we just threw this together as a pitch. Just to proof of concept.
Yeah. I like it, Jonathan. All right. Is there anything else? Is there anything else left to say in this world? Spider-Man.
That's
the topic.
That's the topic.
The idea is
get
whatever Spider-Man you want.
Spider-Man you want.
What? Are you copying me?
Me?
John, this is not really.
Not really.
This is wildly. John, you're fucked up, man.
Am I?
You're fucked up.
You're fucked up, man. It kind of reminds me of the SNL skit whenever who was it? The wonderful Kristen Wiig and what's his name, who was in Portlandia. They would come on and sing a song. And they're like, oh, yeah, song we've been working on all this time. And then they would, like, one of them would start singing the song, and they're both trying to sing the lyrics that are being made up on the spot.
Oh, on the spot.
Yeah.
I do remember that skit.
This is a great Spider-Man. I just reviewed my Venom figure, which probably won't come out until next week. And I got to pull this guy back out of the box, and I was like, oh, God, it's just so good. But that Venom is stellar. And if anybody is interested in this, it's on Nerd or Vanity right now.
Dude, that Venom is one of the best Venoms.
It's so fucking good.
That Venom is, speaking of like a McFarlane like Venom, Venom is fucking amazing. By the way, this guy has darkened my doorstep for the longest time. Flaker right here. Somebody is assumed the mantle of Flaker, and he's always throwing in these things. This Spidey is BS. Zicked. If you want to see a $50 figure that's worth it, look right. Flaker, I get it. You're a robot. Like, that's his shtick. I'm a robot, and he does the little zick. So I'm giving you attention now, Flaker. Okay. So what else? What else do you? First of all, how come I don't see you on other fucking streams? Not that I go on any other streams, John, so I can't even verify that.
No, you don't. Like, you're really rude about that.
This guy is fucking begging for a beating. Open please with you got to send a flipboard to Kevin Smith, and I like where Open Please is coming from, and plant a seed for the show. Kevin Smith would be the type of dude who would probably like engage on something like that.
That is a great idea. Yeah, at least if nothing else, he might be like a producer.
Open Please, can you hook me up with Kevin Smith, please? Can you just let him know? I'd appreciate that.
Fred Armisen, yes, thank you so much. Yeah, and
yes, this Venom is.
There are discounts usually on here for. Where is it? The banner's not there. I don't see it. Oh, here, the 12% military discount. Usually, any kind of government employee or whatever it works for. Yes, all of these teachers count, so you can get 12% off while supporting a veteran. You can save money and take this beautiful thing home. I love this thing. Yeah, I got to do all my posing. I think my posing I did yesterday or the day before, and it was just so much fun. And I will say, from the photos, it looks like it's just a black figure. But when you really get in there and look at it, there's like tons of blue paint in there that adds the highlights to him. You can kind of see it here. It's just way more clear in person when you start looking at it up close. But this, as I say in my review, this is the Venom that I know. Like, this is what made me fall in love with the characters.
This is the
style.
McFarlane Venom. This is the McFarlane. Mother Slug is saying it's not, but it is. This is as close. Show me a closer McFarlane Venom than that.
Oh, I will.
I mean, you might be right on the size. The size is a little small.
What would we say? First issue or something?
Yeah, aesthetically.
Yeah.
Yeah, that right there, that's the first appearance. Right there is the first appearance of Venom. That's the Mark Bagley Venom that's on the right. But the Venom, the
signed
McFarlane
by
Venom,
Todd.
Huh?
It's signed by Todd McFarlane.
Oh, that's not the Bagley Venom?
Guess not.
That's not Mark Bagley on the right-hand side?
No, it says Todd McFarlane right there. So unless somebody had the wrong guy sign it, which is not unusual, signed by Todd McFarlane. Signed by Todd McFarlane. I don't know. The comic experience of Venom is not me, but it is seeing him on cards back in the day, or seeing the comics but not having them, and then playing things like Maximum Carnage and seeing Venom.
Yeah,
there.
exactly.
That's
John, can you click? Can you click in there because it's driving me nuts?
Into this?
Yes. Can you? Because I think that's fucking Mark Bagley, and it's pissing me off that you're going, oh, it's signed by McFarlane.
It was.
Huh?
It was signed by McFarlane, though.
Yeah, but that's not a McFarlane. That's wrong. Can somebody in the chat
where's Devin when we need him?
That is a Mark Bagley Venom on the right-hand side. Okay, so somebody signed your wrong fucking thing. Or maybe McFarlane just signed it because it's Venom. Like, doesn't he just sign it because he's the co-creator of Venom or whatever?
It's probably like $100 or a signature, so why wouldn't you?
That's not McFarlane. I'll go to the grave. Anyway. How do we get on Venom? Venom. They ain't gonna know what hit on.
Because we're talking about Spider-Man. But yeah, go here if you want to grab one of these things. I know I haven't looked to see if he's on other websites. Generally, the issue is that these things sell out, and it's still available on Nerd Urbanity. It's just, again, you're supporting a good dude. And it's a beautiful
Support a good dude. Ew. Oh, there you go. Yes, that Venom cover is Bagley art. Todd McFarlane is the creator. Thank you. All right. If I don't know the difference between a Mark Bagley and an Eric Larson, first of all, that guy who said that thing in the comments is like, oh, Eric Larson, he did a run on Spider-Man. Like, I got so angry when I read that, John. I was like, you don't think that I know who the fuck Eric Larson is? I got so insulted by that it ruined my whole day. So thank you, commenter who said that. Ruined my whole fucking day.
Wow.
Anyhow, John, by the way, thank you. Speaking of Marvel Legends, thank you for this. Thank you for selling me this.
I forgot about this, and I was thinking about it this morning about how I wanted to talk about how absolutely stunning the figure is, at least when you don't focus on the yellow paint. Everything else about this guy is great. The yellow paint definitely needed multiple layers, but that
the yellow paint on this,
that is okay because that's like plastic. All the other sections, like his wrist guards, that face sculpt, I'm going to put it out there, and you can quote me, is the best face sculpt that Marvel Legends.
Dude, it's so good.
Yeah,
this is I don't see anybody making a better blob figure than this. No. But yes, if you don't know, Johnny Nostalgia sold this to me without a markup. So thank you, Jonathan, because I love this blob figure.
You're welcome.
You hear that, Marvel Legends people? Before you get crazy and say, "Hey, we're just shitting on," I love it. Look at Spider-Man. Look at them fighting. You can't move this guy. He's an immovable object. You kick him, he won't move.
No, he's just squishy.
He's just squishy.
He really fucked up Wolverine in the original animated series.
Anywho,
I know you're not leaving yet. God damn it!
No,
you made me lose my train of thought.
What was your train of thought?
Well, I lost it.
I think Dozer said he said sing the Flipboard song again, Jahoni. Dance my monkey. Oh, see, that's not a good way to motivate you, John, by saying stuff like
Oh,
that.
I was thinking about selling, like, for the figures that I don't want anymore. I think I'm going to put them on Ko-fi in my store and just allow people to buy them that way. Which is, I don't know why it took me this long to figure that out, because nobody's paying. I mean, I'll have PayPal fees, but I won't have like Mercari or eBay fees. I'm just going to start doing that, and then
You should do that. I'm gonna, you know what I'm gonna do. Just on that note of like, what is I was going to put this up on eBay, and because I have all this art that like I don't know, like I'll just try to get rid of it. So I was gonna put this up. Where is it? I'm looking for it.
this is great.
You asshole. I was gonna auction this original piece of this Rob Liefeld
Yes.
Flipboard on eBay. This
And
guy's
I
doing
will
a lot of,
I will give somebody $50 if they have that, and then get Rob Liefeld to sign it.
yes, yeah. Although Rob Liefeld is doing a lot of, Rob Liefeld is not very happy.
No,
right
but
now.
he'll obviously do conventions because that's gold for people.
Yes. So I'll
But I will give.
I'll be happy if it gets $10.
I promise you, I will give you $50. To the person that buys it and has Rob Liefeld sign that. I promise you, I will. You can quote the clip this.
You will give if somebody buys. So
That
what you're
print.
saying, if somebody buys this original piece of Flipboard art,
Yes,
by me, I drew this. I didn't, but it's in the Rob Liefeld side, and gets Rob to sign it.
Yes,
you will then send that person $50.
$50. Yes, wow. Cash.
Okay. I almost want to just buy it myself secretly and pretend that somebody bought it. Like, oh, I sold it to
I don't care,
and it doesn't matter.
If you get Rob Liefeld to sign it, that's still fair. I will give you $50 for that. I want that.
Okay. Good to know.
It's just too perfect not to, because he's gonna be like, "What the fuck?" It's kind of like having Todd sign the other thing.
By the way, Liefeld is doing a lot of crying online now.
Yeah.
Speaking of, like, he's doing every time I see his name, he is upset because he did not get an invite.
Right, but that's the same article that everybody's just throwing around the internet, which is good publicity for him.
No, but then I saw him talking again about it, and he was saying he's on a crusade now against Marvel because, but I think it all stems from he did not get an invite to the after party. Rob saw that as disrespect.
Oh, well, I don't care. Oteros, $5 says, friends don't sell friends their toys. You gift them and watch them get addicted. What the hell, John? Well, this is the difference. He's already addicted to stuff. I would gift him a Dragon Ball Z figure because that's something he likes but doesn't buy because he's afraid of getting deep into it.
I am afraid.
That is something I would gift. But a retail price, the Blob, is essentially a gift.
That is true.
Yeah.
I mean, that is very true. Life as Muhammad, I got vids of him mocking. Oh my God, his McFarlane impression is hilarious, dude. If you can just look up like Liefeld does McFarlane, his McFarlane actually sounds like McFarlane. It's not like my dumb McFarlane that sounds like fucking Peter Griffin. Yeah. Like it's fucking hilarious.
Well, Michael Miller, despite the way you roasted him this morning, will buy that sketch as soon as it's up. So you know what that means. Start it at the Hasbro maximum prices.
I should. Speaking of this, I just thought of this. John, somebody wanted this, so I was like, you know what? It's a whole thing. It doesn't matter. It's gonna derail us into a whole different topic. But anyway,
yeah. All right. So back to the theme song. Let's see what we can do here. So.
Flipboard cats are on the
Flipboard, bum bum bum, and the champions of the fairy. But you got to turn all. I'm hitting the notes, but it needs to be like, fucking.
It sounds like there's a bit of like Conan the Barbarian influence, like drums, like war drums.
I don't know. It's all like interpret as you must, but this is just me improving a song. Okay. I do this shit around the house. I'll do like a Disney inspired thing that's like the old school Disney stuff, animated, where there's like a chorus of people singing the lines, and I do that shit around the house about fucking making a sandwich or my cats or something.
Wow, your household sounds fucked up.
It's amazing and ready for reality TV.
Well, John, we'll have to. I'm completely serious. I love the idea of like a song. I'm just gonna have to take pen to paper like Eminem on a bus and start writing lyrics for this.
Yeah.
When we have more time.
Well, that is a skill you have, so I think you should fucking use it.
Yes, wow.
God, people like when you do this.
Hatter didn't get invited to his Flipborg. First of all, he said Flipborg, okay, which kind of gives me an idea for a new figure. After party, Hatter be mad too. All right, fair point. Oh God, I think Flaker would sound much better. John, how can I? I'll ban him later. Anyway, anything else, John? Okay, before I gotta go to fucking work on Valentine's. Why are they making me work on Valentine's Day?
I don't know. But whoever Flaker is needs to have their own channel that just also like parodies every video you make. If they really wanted to fucking do something and really have a presence, then fucking be Flaker to Mad Hatter's channel. Do that.
That would be, dude, that Flaker, I would respect you if you created you created kind of like an alternate Bizarro type channel. Like in every review I do, you make a review, but say the opposite. Like, so let's say I'm reviewing the Blob and I'm like, oh, it's so great. You make a review and you just say how it sucks.
Yes. I like that. Mother Slug says, Mad Hatter is an old man collector, 5 years of streaming. Johnny must be a fossil then, which is weird to me. Because I'm a baby.
After me.
Yeah, I'm just a little baby.
Yeah, John's a baby boy.
A little more than 2 years now.
That's
I'm still shitting my pants.
Yeah, he still has duty in his pants. John, what about a rap song? I'm hearing a few suggestions for a Flipor rap song. Do you not think that maybe fits with Flipor
no
as well?
I mean, you can certainly do that because you like doing rap songs, and maybe you can end the stream that way.
Okay.
But don't forget, when you hit end the stream, it needs to be like 10 seconds after you did your song. Otherwise, you'll get cut off.
That's true. Okay. But before we do that, we got to go to Controversial Toys with the Happy Significant Other Day, $2. And it's Valentine's Day, guys. Get out there. Go have some sex. Okay. Go fornicate for Valentine's Day. Say, hey, wife, you wanna get into my life? You wanna get into bed? You wanna go ahead because we're wed? Because we're gonna turn this bed red because it's that time of the month. Oh, that's pretty fucking gross. That's disgusting. We don't want to talk about that. How about we talk about Spider-Man Hasbro $50? If you don't get it, you're poor. Okay, you're a poor motherfucker and you got no money, and you should go get a job to afford a Hasbro $50 Spider-Man figure. Jimmy Tatsu Arukusaki Show 2026. Deuces, I'm out of here. A minor.